Hey, what's up guys? So in yesterday's video, we went over some of the best deals that are currently available for Prime Day. Now, Prime Day is still going on through today, and so I'm continuing to keep that article updated with all the best deals that are available. Now, something that I've noticed while continuing to do my research and keep that article updated for you guys is there's also a lot of bad deals that are available, whether it's for discontinued detectors, whether it's just for downright junky detectors, or even good detectors that are overpriced. And so in this video, I want to go over some of the worst deals that are available, things that you should avoid, and some deals that are not really deals at all. Alright, so starting off, let's begin with the Beltronics RX65. This is an ancient detector by modern standards, and it was discontinued many years ago, but if you look on Amazon, you'll still see it available for $600. Now, the reason you'll see this is the only people that still have them available for sale are people who are wildly overcharging for a detector, and anybody who is charging a lower price, those detectors sold out years ago. And so this is just pretty much remaining inventory. You'll see sold by some other third-party seller here, and they're just wildly overcharging. So it's expensive, but that doesn't mean that it's actually a good detector and one you'd want to get nowadays. Now, similarly, here's another detector, the Escort Passport S55. This is also an ancient detector by modern standards. You can see it's got kind of the older style LCD screen. There's no GPS. There's no modern BSM filtering. It's an older detector based on the older M4 platform. Now, this detector, it retails for whatever reason right now for $420, but this same platform, the M4 platform that's used in both the RX65 and the S55 is still used in some modern detectors like the Escort X80. However, there's been a number of improvements to the detector's performance, the blind spot filtering, the case design. It's got, as you can see, kind of the more modern multicolor OLED display. It's got Bluetooth built in. So this is the much newer version of that detector, and it retails for $300. And so if you go get something like the much older version for $420 or $600, bad idea. Definitely don't do this. Next, you've got the K40 Platinum 100. This detector, $550, it actually shares the same platform as the Uniden DFR7 and DFR9. So this detector here, it's $200. Same exact platform. Now, to be fair, there are some differences and some features that the K40 version has that the Uniden version doesn't, but K40's actually cut a lot of corners here with this detector. It's a poorly performing detector, and in my opinion, it's wildly overpriced, but that's par for the course for K40 products in general, where they're going to be overpriced underperformers. And so for $550, I mean, well, there's really nothing in K40's lineup that I would recommend at all. Now, Uniden detectors tend to be a very good bang for the buck. The price of the DFR9 definitely fluctuates around $200 or so. I think it's a good deal. However, if you look around, you'll also see that there's variants like this one here with a more matte black case that retails for $300. And again, the pricing here is going to fluctuate a lot over time, but at the moment here that I'm looking, $300 for this version or $200 for this version. Same exact thing, just different color case. You can see if we flip back and forth. And at $200, again, I think it's a solid deal for one of the best detectors that you can find around the $200 price point. But if you buy it for around $300, that really doesn't make any sense, because for $300, well, you can buy a Uniden R3, which is based on an even newer platform with significantly better performance, photo radar detection, and a lot of additional useful features, better false alert filtering, etc. And it's going to be an all-around significantly better detector. So instead of spending $300 for the DFR9, you should definitely pick up the R3 instead. But that doesn't mean that the R3 is always going to be a better choice or just the way to go. For example, you can find R3s that are selling for $480. This is the version here that has the kind of silver trim on the case instead of the black version. There's actually 3 different case designs. And again, the pricing is going to fluctuate pretty significantly over time. So at $300, I think it's a great option. At $480, definitely don't pick up an R3 at this price point. So again, you can have a good detector that's overpriced depending on where you buy it. Similarly, you've got the V1 Gen 2 on Amazon. It says the list price for whatever reason is $899, but you can buy it for $569. But if you just go look directly on Valentine's website, you can buy it straight from them for $499, $500. Pretty much what you're going to see here, if you go look on Amazon or on eBay or whatever, it's people actually buying the detector and then flipping it for a profit. You'll see this is by some third-party seller. Valentine only sells V1s directly on their website. So if you want a V1, you have to actually buy it from them, especially if you want a warranty. If you go buy it from Amazon or eBay, again, it's going to be a third-party seller selling the detector, chances are for more than full price so they can profit and cover Amazon fees, and you're not going to be getting any warranty because you're not buying it directly from Valentine. Now, there may be some edge cases where it could make sense to buy it from a third-party seller. For example, Valentine only sells it in certain locations, and so if you live internationally, for example, if they don't ship it to you, maybe you'll need to pick it up on Amazon or eBay or something, or let's say you really want the detector but it's out of stock, which it is a lot of the times. Right now you can see, add to cart, it is in stock, so there's really, I guess, no good reason here in the US to buy it here from Amazon, but you'll see it listed sometimes here, and by default, you should definitely pick it up directly from Valentine. Don't waste your money by overpaying and buying it from Amazon or eBay, and also, again, not getting any warranty. Next, let's take a look at some Junky detectors. So you guys may remember this. This is the Batman detector. I did a review of this. It's one of the worst detectors I have ever tested in my life. And there's many different companies that sell this detector under many different names. You can see this one is being sold by Best Worlds. We've got another one here that's sold by Baokenshi. Again, same exact detector, different price. The last one here was $22. This one's listed for $36. Here's another one that's listed for $39, being sold by Quaxlery. And for Prime Day, I mean, what a savings. It's normally $200, and now you can buy it for $40, so it's 80% off. You save $160. Now, what is this detector? Well, you can go buy it on Alibaba for $6. And this is actually what these companies are doing. They're basically buying them and then turning around and flipping them on different websites. This is for bulk. You can see minimum 50 orders, but you can buy one for $9. And again, there's many sellers even on Alibaba that are selling this too. But this is a really cheapy, junky detector that's, what, $6? And people are listing it for $40 and saying, wow, what a discount from $200. So this, even though it's discounted, quote unquote, it is by no means a good deal. And again, you'll find many different sellers doing the same exact thing. Sometimes they don't discount as much. Here's another one that's $120, but discounted to $54 for Prime Day. Not a good deal. Here's another one by Junky that they're selling for $139, discounted for Prime Day. And then another one here that they're selling for $149. So $150 here for this $6 detector. Horrible, awful detector. But if you're buying it because of the fact that it's on sale for Prime Day, or because, well, it's not a $6 detector, quote unquote, you're definitely going to be getting scammed out of your money. So I would by no means recommend purchasing this detector. So just something to be aware of. Now, there's other detectors that basically do the exact same thing that have a little different case design. So here's one that's got kind of a gray shell here for the case. It's sold by Yuxmai 2020 for $30. Here's another one being sold for $84. Same gray detector sold by Jusaxgmi. Companies are basically just coming up with random names and selling them under different names that they just make up, I guess. But anyway, this is also a $6 detector that you can pick up on Alibaba, and then people just buy them and then turn around and make websites, sell them on Amazon, wherever else. And so you can kind of start to see a trend going on here, right? Here's another detector. You can see the list price is $200, but they're selling it for 50% off here, so it's only $100. So this detector from Beauty How, it's a gray detector, the E8. Go look online. It's another $6 junky detector. So there's a lot of these just awful, horrible detectors that people are selling for inflated prices that I guess they're trying to market it and make it seem like it's a good deal so that they can make a profit, but you wind up buying a junky piece of garbage detector. And then finally, the last one to talk about, Rocky Mountain Radar. Pretty much anything that they sell, avoid. They're overpriced, they're low-end hardware, and they advertise their scrambling capabilities, so you'll never get a speeding ticket. Junky, scammy stuff doesn't work at all. The scrambling feature doesn't work at all. Yeah, they're some of the biggest scammers in the industry, so definitely don't pick up anything by Rocky Mountain Radar for that matter either. So as you can see, if you go look online, by no means is every radar detector or every deal that you go look online actually a good deal. And it seems like there's three main categories as far as maybe things to avoid. Number one are discontinued detectors, where the only people still selling them are still wildly overcharging, and so the detectors don't sell, and so they look really expensive online, but you would definitely want to avoid it. Number two, you've got downright junky detectors with really low-end hardware where companies maybe overinflate the price just for the sake of profit, but they're selling you garbage. Number three, you've got good detectors that for whatever reason, people are selling them for prices much higher than they should be. And there's a variety of reasons that this can happen, but even good detectors, you can wind up overpaying if you don't really know what you're buying or even where to buy. Now, I've noticed similar things can be true for dash cams, and I'm sure they apply to pretty much every other industry as well. This is not something exclusive to radar detectors. I just happen to know about radar detectors, so I'm kind of focusing on this exclusively. But as you can see, not every detector is going to be a good deal, and not every Prime Day deal is actually going to be a good deal. And this is just kind of something I've been thinking about as I've been buying stuff here for Prime Day, wondering if the things that I'm buying are actually good deals or not. Some of them absolutely maybe, but not necessarily. So I guess it makes it a little bit harder to kind of tell what's a good deal and what's actually a good product or not. And I guess that's a big part of my channel is like, let's test this stuff out. Let's figure what's actually a good deal, or sorry, what's actually a good detector. And then once you know what the good detectors are, okay, let's go figure out like what's a good price for it, what's the best pricing, what's a fair price. And that way you guys wind up getting something good at a good price, you know? Yeah, so I guess on that note, for Prime Day, since that stuff is still going on, I'll put a link down in the video description for the different detectors that are good, and dash cams too, that you can buy for, well, some of the best pricing possible. So you wind up getting something good and at a good price. And so, yeah, interesting stuff to see a lot of the bad deals that are out there. So good to know. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys are all doing great, and I'll see you in the next video.